If this video reaches your For You page, this message is for you. The door is unlocked. You have the key. It's time to enter into this new season. The Holy Spirit is saying that you tore down the idols, and He wants you to continue checking the areas in your life where you may be idolizing things over God. He is saying that now that He has chose you for this position, He wants you to keep your eyes focused on Him, and He wants you to be on alert in the areas of your life where Satan is trying to trick you. As you enter into this new season, the Holy Spirit is saying that it's going to require a new level of discipline. God is saying that this new season is going to require a whole new level of discipline and discernment. Why is that? And as I was having my Bible study today, me and my brother were discussing how the love for God and the sacrifices that we must take or have when it comes to God is being willing to let go of things that keep us from connecting with God on a intimate level. My brother was talking about how he could always tell when he was getting close to sin because he would forget his Bible somewhere. And he would be like, when it became easy for me to forget about God, I knew I was getting close to sin. Holy Spirit is saying that as you approach this new season, don't forget about Him. He's saying that what happens is when we get our breakthrough, Satan sends distractions. Satan sends things in our life to distract us from our personal relationship with the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is saying that your wisdom that I allow you to have through our connection is your safety. It is connected to your light. It is connected to your blessings. And it's crazy because as my brother was saying that, I was talking about how I could always tell when I was getting close to sin because I would start eating recklessly. I would start eating carelessly, knowing that I can't eat whatever it is that I want to eat because of certain things that I deal with on a health level. And when I started sabotaging my health for food, I knew I was getting close to sin. And that's normally how I get attacked and through spiritual warfare. And the Holy Spirit is saying, how do you know when you're close to sin? He's wanting you to reflect on that. He's wanting you to go into your spiritual closet, and He's wanting you to get into the habit of disciplining yourself. Because in this season, you're going to need it. And He's saying, new levels, new devils. So He needs you to be on, not like on edge or on eggshells, but He wants you to be discerning in this season because He needs you in Him connecting. Because of your calling and how personal it is and how deep it is, Satan doesn't want you to fulfill the promise, God's promise. He understands the depth of who you are. And God is saying that you're in this rebuilding season where you are tearing down idols because you're getting ready to build something for God in the name of God, for God's glory. And Satan sees that. So if he can get you in a space of distraction, even after your breakthrough, to slow down the process, that's what he's going to do. He's going to try different avenues and different ways to slip you and trip you up. And so God is saying your wisdom, which is through me, your discipline, which is through me, and your obedience is going to keep you safe in this season. You're going to have to get real strict on your obedience. You've got to want it. And you've got to be able to sacrifice some things in this new season. And God is saying that. So God gave me a few downloads today along with a few Bible verses. So we're just going to go ahead and hop into the visuals. Okay, so the first Bible verse that the Holy Spirit gave me this morning was Proverbs chapter 3. And it says, "My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man." That one is crazy because it really does align with what God was trying to say today, as far as not forgetting about him and staying in alignment with God even after your breakthrough. So the next Bible verse that God gave me was Matthew 13 verses 44 through 46. This talks about kingdom of heaven and your value to God. This is verse 44. It says, "The kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in a field. When he found it, he hid it again. And then in his way went and sold all he had and bought that field." So it says once he realized the true value, he is willing to give up everything else to obtain it. Notice he says in his joy, he sold all he had. This is not sacrifice out of fear. It's surrender out of joy. So he didn't sacrifice everything he had because he was afraid. He wanted to do it. He wanted to do it because he found value in the kingdom of heaven. He found peace. And it was worth more to him than the things that he had. So verse 46 is the pearl of great price. In contrast to the first, this person was intentionally searching for something of value. They don't hesitate to let go of lesser things in order to possess the one thing that matters most. And so what God was saying was that you found something priceless. Don't let it go. He's reminding you what you found in me is treasure. Let go of the lesser things and I'll give you fullness of life. Okay, so you know that God speaks to me through numbers and symbols and all that good stuff. But today, God really, he gave me 3. Normally, I get like 1 a day. But today, he gave me 3 in double. Because when I receive numbers from God, they're in double. And so I linked it up with Bible verses to figure out exactly what God was saying. So for the number 17, it represents victory. It says rest after warfare, where God intervenes to establish victory, restore what was lost, or shift things. God is establishing something new in your favor. God's perfect victory over chaos. Genesis 8 verses 4. Ark rested on the 17th. New beginning after destruction. So the next number that he gave me after 17 was the number 45. And 45 states that it is about preservation, grace, and process, and divine preparation for inheritance. Grace, favor, God's goodness. A grace to birth something new after a long cycle of process. And here we go again with Isaiah chapter 45. This is the 3rd day God has given me this Bible verse. So he mean business about Isaiah chapter 45. Isaiah chapter 45. God's making a way, divine unlocking, supernatural favor. God's using even unlikely for his glory. You are in a season of divine unlocking. What has been hidden is about to be revealed. What you've been waiting on is now being delivered. I'm making your path straight, removing obstacles, and giving you strength to walk into your inheritance, your full inheritance. Keep walking. I have gone before you. So after he gave me 45, he gave me the number 48. And 48 is linked with 45 because now it's talking about your inheritance again. It's stating that your inheritance, priesthood, provision, and spiritual responsibility. It is a symbol of inheritance and divine assignment. I'm assigning you to be a light in the places I've scattered you, like the Levites. You are called to carry my presence, my wisdom, and my truth in everyday places. How that is, you see how it's all connected? Where God is giving you the victory and rest after warfare. You are starting a new chapter. The ark on the 17th. After the 17th, they rested and their new beginning began. We're talking about preparation in the. So it's interesting to me because what God is saying is that you are now starting your new beginning in your purpose, your divine inheritance, which is why you was coming up having so much warfare up against you is because of your inheritance. Satan was trying to steal your inheritance in your favor, right? But you're being called to be a priest. You're being called to be somebody of a leader in this season. You're being called to walk into your divine assignment. He is saying, I'm assigning you to be a light in the places that I've scattered. And you are to carry my presence, my wisdom, and my truth. Wow. But like I said in the beginning of my vlog, it's your duty to really be disciplined in this season, because just like Satan was trying to steal your inheritance, now that you fully know who you are, right? Now that you are fully walking in alignment with God, he's going to try to do different things to get you off the path, which is why God is saying, do not forget me. Don't forget me. It is because of me that you get this victory. It's because of me that you're walking into your divine inheritance. This is why I brought you back to me. This is why certain things took place that I allowed to happen to get your attention. And he's saying that in this season, he doesn't want you to focus on your enemies, because even though he used those people to take you down a dark path of enlightenment to him, he's saying that you no longer rely on your enemies in this season. You are relying on God. You are relying on him now. And he is saying that what he wants you to focus on is being disciplined and discerning. He needs your focus. He needs your consistency, and he needs your obedience in this season, because your gift, your calling is of a higher authority. And so he needs you to be in position to carry it. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.